Hello and welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring. Halloween is right around the corner, but we aren't waiting for the demons to rise up and stalk the streets of our hometowns. We are taking the fight directly to hell with Doom Arena, the newest skirmish board game from Modiphius, coming to Kickstarter on the 28th of October 2025. Doom Arena is one game presented in two thematic core sets, each celebrating a different era from the long-running franchise. There is Classic, a pixelated retro edition inspired by the original smash hit computer game from 1993. And then there is the Dark Ages, which draws its aesthetic, enemies and weapons from the Doomslayer's 2025 adventures. I have been sent a high quality prototype of the Classic edition, which suits me fine as I grew up playing the original Doom. And in this sponsored video, we're going to take a look at how the game plays to help you decide if you might want to back the campaign yourself. But do note, as I am using a prototype, nothing you will see here has been finalised. Additionally, while Modiphius are promoting Doom as a 2 to 4 player experience, this demo is only for 2 players. Regardless of the player count, the structure is always the same. This is an asymmetric PvP skirmish. One player assumes the role of Doom Guy, other players control the endless waves of demons. They meet in deadly combat in a hex-based arena, and limbs start flying. As their enemies take damage, players accumulate blood points, and the player with the most blood points will win the round. The first player to win 2 out of 3 rounds is the overall victor. This is exactly the kind of immediate, visceral experience you might expect from a Doom game. It is all of hell versus one man, and the odds are pretty even. To get started, the Doom Guy player must select which version of the character they wish to play. In this set, there is the Classic Doom Guy and Doom Guy Enraged. Each choice comes with a unique miniature and character card, and plays completely differently thanks to different starting weapon loadouts, stats, special rules and abilities. Doom Guy is a versatile option. He is able to carry more weapons, heals when moving, and has access to the BFG. Meanwhile, Doom Guy Enraged likes to get up close and personal with a modified pump action, bonus short range attacks, and the chance to unleash the Unmaker. At the same time, the player controlling the Hordes of Hell must select 3 fodder demons. Out of the box, the choices are Zombie Man, Shotgun Dude, Imp, and Lost Soul. And there are 2 of each, so you have a decent number of combinations for a starting force. With unit selections made, it's time to unleash hell. You will play through up to 3 rounds, each comprising 5 phases. In the first phase, you select an arena. In round 1, the demon player selects one of 4 different small arenas. In the second and third rounds, the winner of the previous round will select one of 2 large arenas or one of 2 boss arenas. So in total, there are 8 maps that you will use in varying combinations. What you see here is the prototype for one of the large arenas. Don't be confused by the small hex pattern. It's the large hexes that define the usable space. Hexes with a white border are normal. Hexes with a yellow border are difficult terrain. Hexes with a red border are dangerous terrain. Hexes with a black border are impassable, while entirely black hexes with white borders are pits, and those are instant death for anyone unlucky enough to get pushed in. The Doom Guy player places a spawn point and the Doom Guy enters the fray. Then the demon player places a spawn point, or 2 spawn points in large arenas, placing a demon on each of them. Any remaining demons are then placed along the demon player's edge of the arena. It is time for battle to commence in the Rip and Tear phase. This phase lasts for 6 turns, and in each turn, players activate their units. First, the Doom Guy activates and gets 2 actions. The basic actions are move and attack, although sometimes there may be other options, and additionally he may get to take bonus free actions like firing the BFG. When moving, units can traverse a number of hexes up to their speed limit, factoring in difficult and impassable terrain. Additionally, they are not allowed to move through enemy units. Watch out for hazardous terrain which inflicts unblockable damage, and be especially wary of pits. You can move through pits as normal on your turn, you leap the gap effortlessly. But should you end your movement on a pit, or should you be forced to move into a pit by an enemy attack, you instantly die. To make an attack, Doom Guy selects one of his weapons and then checks there is a target in line of sight and within the weapon's range. Each weapon has a range chart defining viable targets, and this is particularly interesting because it adds an extra element to positional play, which is always a fun dimension to explore in a skirmish game. For example, the pump-action shotgun can attack anything visible within a cone that extends for 3 hexes. Meanwhile, the pistol can target anything visible within a perfectly straight line, no more than 5 hexes away. The chainsaw, of course, can only target adjacent hexes. If there is a viable target, Doomguy rolls the dice listed for his chosen weapon and totals the hits scored. These custom dice are coloured to represent increasing power. Yellow are low caliber, orange are medium caliber, red are high caliber, and the green dice is the BFD, reserved for the most powerful attacks. Hits may be modified by special abilities and reduced by the target's armour, and the final score is deducted from the target's health points. When the amount of damage on a demon equals its stagger stat, then it has been staggered. This doesn't have an immediate effect, but can be important for some special rules and finishing moves. For example, Doomguy will get bonus blood and health for showboating and finishing off a staggered enemy. Naturally, when a demon's damage equals its hit points total, it is destroyed and removed from play. But there may be a chance they will respawn. For example, all fodder demons have the Endless ability that lets them respawn at the start of a demon turn. Although the demon horde is endless, there are of course benefits to killing as many as you can. Firstly, whenever an enemy takes damage from any source, including environmental effects and even friendly fire, you will score an equal amount of blood, the victory points required to win the round. Additionally, the first time in each of your turns that an enemy suffers damage, you will gain a tempo token. You can have up to 3 at a time, and they can be used when you want to trigger special tempo abilities that can turn the tide of battle in your favour. Will you use a precious tempo token now to apply stun to your next attack, or will you save up 3 tokens so you can fire the BFG? You will only collect a maximum of 6 tempo tokens in each round, so use them wisely. Once Doomguy has taken a turn, the demon player takes a turn. They gain 3 activation tokens which they can spend to activate their units. It's going to cost 1 token to activate an imp, but for the more powerful Pinky, it costs 2 tokens. For a boss like the Cyber Demon, it's going to cost all 3 activation tokens, but believe me, it's worth the cost. Once a unit has been activated, it gets 2 actions, and for the most part, all the same rules apply as with the Doomguy. Basic actions are move and attack, but demons may also gain bonus actions and collect tempo tokens that can be used for any demon's tempo ability at any time. Most demons have more than 1 attack option, and they all have special rules that may help or hinder them. They score blood when Doomguy sustains damage, and if they manage to kill him, they score a bonus 3 blood. The Doomguy will then respawn at the end of the current demon's activation, ready to take his revenge, or even more punishment. After Doomguy and the demons have taken 6 turns each, it's time to tally the blood and see who has won the round. The winner claims a keycard token, and as soon as a player has 2 keycards, they are the overall winner and the game ends. If there is no outright winner, you move on to the upgrade phase, where both players gain 3 arsenal tokens. Doomguy can spend his tokens on weapons, weapon upgrades, and general upgrades. And you can have a lot of fun here, customizing your build. Do you want to specialise in close combat? Then why not go for a chainsaw and a berserk upgrade? Want to shred your enemies at range? The chain gun may be for you. Meanwhile, the demon player can spend arsenal tokens to bring in more demons and more powerful demons. This is how the demon player can gain access to the heavy demons such as Pinky and the Kako demon. And if the game is all tied at 1 round each, the demons can really up the ante, summoning the super heavy cyber demon for an epic final showdown. And that is it. The game does also include a free play mode where you build forces to a particular arsenal level and then play a single round, possibly incorporating special rules such as not allowing the Doomguy to respawn, and there is the promise of 3-player and 4-player modes, but those are variants and the core experience remains unchanged. And what that core experience is muscular, direct, uncomplicated, and incessantly brutal. This has to be one of the most streamlined and accessible games I have seen in quite some time. You pick your units, set up a board, and you start rolling dice. Those dice drive the gameplay without ever bogging it down. There is no roll to hit or roll to save, no opposed dice rolling. You simply generate damage, deduct armour, and apply the result as wounds. It means that no matter how frantic the fighting gets, everything keeps moving. As a result, the game is lightweight, it plays fast, and it gives you the opportunity to kick ass with all the weapons and abilities you know from the Doom franchise. But while it is purposefully immediate in the kind of action it generates, and could serve as a good introduction to board games, it's not entirely brainless. You do need to think about positioning, which attack is best to use at any given moment, and when and how you should use your tempo and arsenal tokens. Admittedly, that doesn't involve much in the way of deep thinking, but it does add some much needed weight to the dice rolls. In terms of replayability, it's hard to say from the demo, but with 2 different Doomguy variants, with a selection of weapons and upgrades, 11 demons that can be fielded in dozens of combinations, and 4 small maps, 2 large maps, and 2 boss maps that can be combined in various ways to create a 3-round battle, it seems like there will be a lot to explore before you consider the possibility of expanding beyond the contents of the one box. Some may lament the lack of a stronger narrative or campaign features, but Doom Arena has pushed all the clutter off the table, choosing to focus on doing one thing and one thing only. Or, I guess, 2 things: ripping and tearing. As such, it does a good job of replicating the fast-paced brutal combat of the franchise, and for some people, that, and perhaps a pretty badass Cyber Demon miniature, could be all they really want from a Doom game. So, are you ready to unleash hell? Then check out the Kickstarter page for more information. You will find a link in the video description below. And that is it from me for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please consider pressing the like button. If you really like this video, please consider subscribing if you don't already do so. And hopefully, I will see you all again very soon. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.